So you've all been to college? What happens is you've all pulled at least one all-nighter. You know how you are the next day? That's what it's like. It's like you never get a chance to rest. You're always lethargic. You're always sort of tired. And that's what this constantly being in touch with everybody all the time about everything is doing to you. And it's beginning to impact your ability to sleep. It's beginning to impact your ability to spend time with your families. I don't know how many of you have sat with your children. No, they're texting the whole time. Or you're sitting with somebody and you're texting the whole time. And it's really beginning to impact your relationships. And it's really something you want to think about. Executives, it really is not your job to have voicemail. Voicemail is a very easy way to cheat. And so if I'm trying to reach Gail and I've got to deal with Roxanne and I don't want to deal with Roxanne, I'll just say, you know what, can you put me through to Gail's voicemail? So if Gail is going to have a voicemail, it better have Roxanne's voice on it going, hi, it's me again. When I work a 40-hour work week, you know it's a math problem. You start at this time, you leave at this time, this many days. Boom. And part of how you're going to end up with that is to schedule the things you typically do and schedule everything else around that. Because if it is true that what's scarce is valuable, and you start practicing what I'm going to ask you to start practicing, what's going to become scarce in the executive's office? Other than the executive. That's very good. Other than the executive. And see, for those of you who want a career in life, here's the truth. The more impeccable your offices are, the faster the work moves through them. I want you to go home. And I want your homes to be homey, and I want your offices to be impeccable. Because an office is not a second home. An office is a place to go to get your work done, and to leave. And you have many audiences of people that you can tap to help you run the school. You've all heard the expression, it takes a village to raise a child. If that's true, and I say that it is, then I say it takes a village to run a school. And I say that if you were here committed to being caught up, and I gave you 18 more hours a week to do what you needed to do, there's not a single person in the room that would not only get caught up, but you'd be significantly ahead on the paperwork. And that's really the net result of what we're talking about here today. In order to get something done right, do it yourself. And so rather than doing it yourself, we're going to teach you how to make a request that gets made once, that gets done as requested and on time. And you'll be amazed at how many of the things you brought with you today, executives, that you've been sitting with for weeks, are just going to move. And today is the day they're going to move. And from now on, this practice you're going to do, from now on, is going to keep the paperwork flowing. It's going to keep it from being backed up. It's going to keep it all moving. Now, executive, with respect to your secretary, what is your job? Do what the secretary tells you to do when she tells you to do it. Right? It's not listen to her. No, 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 no. It's do what she tells you to do. And remember, this only works if it's win-win. You never have win-lose when you have an executive and a secretary. You have win-win or lose-lose. What you walked in here with, many of you, was lose-lose. What you're walking out of here with is at least the possibility of win-win.